The Alchemist Assistant Wish is a well-hidden wish inside a Hollow Knight Silksong, and you have to go and find 3 particular items to actually complete this particular wish inside of the Wormways. I'll show you where to find all 3 locations and the reward that you get for completing this wish. Let's get into it. Now, like I said in the intro, you're going to be able to find this particular wish inside of the Wormways. When you get here, you need to make your way to the small cavern that I'm showing you on the map, because this is where you're going to find the Alchemist himself and his entire alchemy lab, where you're going to be able to interact with him and start this wish. His request is very simple. He's going to give you an item that you have to use inside of your inventory to go and find 3 glowing blue balls that are of plasminium. Now, thankfully, the very first location that we need to go and find one of these 3 blue balls is going to be right next to the alchemy lab itself. You honestly may have run by it on your way up to the alchemy lab, and it's going to be not too difficult to find, because as you'll notice when you're going and exploring the Wormways, you're going to see some particular blue vines that are going to slowly lead you to these little balls. Now, of course, once you get to this location, all you have to do is use the tool that was given to you by the Alchemist to suck out the essence of this little vine, and we can move on to the next location, which is going to be a bit further down from the location that we just were. As you see from the map, it's going to take you down towards the bone grave. That is the part of the Wormways that we're starting to go. So from where I was starting, I want to try and follow my pathing as best as possible, which I know can be difficult inside of the Wormways themselves. But another good rule of thumb is that if you see one of the bluing glows or another one of the set of the blue vines, you're going in the right direction. Now, the final location is going to take you a little bit longer to get to, so I'm going to show you from where we actually enter into this region, or at least where I did, where you use the small key from one of the shops to open up the locked door that gets you into this particular section of the Wormways a lot easier than you would going the normal routes. Now, what you're going to notice is that it's the same path as we took previously for the other particular blue ball, but this time we're going to go in the opposite direction. Once again, I want you to do your best to follow my pathing as much as possible, which can be difficult because the Wormways are very dark and they can get very confusing very quickly. This part of the Wormways is not very helpful either, mainly because it doesn't really give you a good idea of where you are on the map. Nonetheless, at the very bottom of this long shaft where a spike trap is going to be that final ball. Once you have all 3 of the essences inside of your inventory, you want to make your way back to the Alchemist, where you can go and interact with him and turn in the item that you use to get the plasminium, and also hand over the plasminium that you've collected. This, of course, will complete the wish for the Alchemist, and then, of course, for doing so, you will be given a unique reward, which is going to be a unique tool that you can equip. This tool is going to be called the plasminium file. As you can see from the description, it actually is going to help gain health for your character for a certain amount. Now, it doesn't give you a ton, but it does give you some reserves, and you can refill this if you use it too much by going back to the Alchemist and paying him some rosaries, the main currency inside this game. It's a very straightforward wish that you could do inside of the game, and as you can see, it has a pretty good reward that honestly you should go after to get, because it's going to be helpful later on in the game as well, just to give you more health. Now, I hope you guys found this location guide helpful, because those plasminium files can be a little difficult to find. So again, I hope you found this video guide helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like, subscribe buttons for me down below so I know that you did find this video helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.